So I just initiated the recording, and thank you once again for the participants. I could see little huge crowd today. So thanks for joining. Yeah, you all know myself, Hari. So we are from High Tech Institution. There are some new people joined. Welcome all of you for the project 7. Okay, so you all know we are going to discuss project 7, AWS cloud infrastructure setup for a new application. So yeah, the people, those who newly joined, right? We have successfully completed around the 6 projects already. So this is today going to be our 7th project. Usually, right, our session will be on every Saturday at 7 p.m. Due to, unfortunately, I'm not able to join yesterday. So only for this week, we postponed to Sunday. All right. So if few people, having any questions or any doubt with respect to this project number 7, while I'm explaining, right, feel free to unmute and ask your doubt. I'll, clarify it. This session for the people who newly joined this session, right, every week we are conducting live. So this is totally free of cost. You don't need to pay anything. Okay. And the people who watching in YouTube, we are also uploading this video in YouTube. The people who are watching from my subscriber side. So if you want to attend live, right, in the description, I have given the WhatsApp group link. If you join that group every week, Saturday, you will get the meeting link. You can also attend live. So apart from this project 7, you have any general questions, feel free to ask, but not now. We have a parking lot at the end of the session. So I'll wait. So once we completed the project 7, if you have any general doubt about your career, about your AWS, anything, or your infrastructure related or career guidance, you wanted to move your career to AWS, anything out of box other than the project 7, you can ask me in the parking lot. I'll clarify your doubt before I leave. Okay, fine. This project 7, AWS cloud infrastructure setup for new application. This is purely, made it with the knowledge. Okay, I assume you people already having the basic knowledge and idea about AWS. So people, those who totally new to AWS, right, no need to worry. We do have a separate batch running for AWS. You can be part of it where you can learn the AWS basics. Okay, but today I'll try to cover from the basics only. Yes, for the people who doesn't know AWS, try to catch it. Even if you have any such doubts also, offline I can clarify you. All right, let's get it started. So project 7, again, AWS cloud infrastructure setup for a new application. This is the, I'll tell you, transparently. Last week, we got one POC. So also we do a freelancing from High Tech. So we got one of our client, they come and approached us to set up this exactly new application in AWS. They have a brand new AWS account, brand new application, their infrastructure wants to set it up. So one-time basis, right, they approached us. It's not a continuous project. One-time basis, they approached us. I worked here as the architect for this implementation. That's why I wanted to share this experience with you all. Okay, but again, I cannot show the customer account, AWS account, because that is production live right now. So what we'll do, I have a AWS free tier account, right? I can, deploy these things and I can show you. And when I completed previous 6 projects, right, I got some feedback from people. Hey, Hari, could you please also cover some practical experience instead of going with only theory? Yeah, based on their request and consideration, I included some practicals implementation also today in our class. I think last week itself we have started. Project 6 also we started. So this is going to be our project 7. So if anyone missed this 6 lectures, right? Yeah, we have a recording available. If anyone needed, ask in this Zoom chat. I will share the link. Okay, based on whoever needed, right, I can share the link to the recordings. Good. Now let's get started with our project 7. Your team has been assigned to task for setting up a foundational AWS infrastructure for a new web application that will deploy in AWS. Okay. This application will require resources like IAM groups for different teams, EC2 instances for computing, S3 for static content, and secure VPC networking setup. So I think all of you received this 3-line description while getting the meeting link itself. I think yesterday itself I shared what is the outline, because I don't want people to know coming with no idea and seeing here for the first time. I don't want that thing to happen. So hereafter, I'm planning to share the title with the description, so they will get some idea about it, what we're going to learn today. That is my intention. Okay, nothing else. So by reading this itself, we'll come to know, as I said, one of our clients, right, approached us to set up their complete foundational AWS infrastructure. Also, they have some new web application need to be deployed in AWS, guys. Okay, that is the outline. So their resources, right? What I suggested them, since they are new to AWS, right? As an architect, what I suggested them is they need to have a proper IAM group for different team. I collected the group information from them. So I helped them to provision some group with some certain permissions. Second thing, right? I suggested them to go with some EC2 instances for their computing. They have set of resources and application. I suggested them to go with EC2 instances for making a server and available server for them. And third one, I suggested them to went with S3 static content. They do have some static content, static website. Okay, of course, in EC2 server itself, we would able to provision our websites, but still these are the static content. For the cost saving perspective, I suggested them to go with this S3 static content and secure VPC networking. Okay, secure VPC networking. So that way, I suggested them how can we ensure their AWS cloud networking and security, all those things, right? I suggested them. Okay, so this is what the company requirement. From the company requirement, it will be new to you. I have not shared in the group. Okay, this is totally new to you. Basically, right, the company has a 3 different team. Okay, there are 3 teams available. When I went on a call with them, I asked them a project structure. They said they are going to have a monitoring team, they are going to have a security team, they are going to have a cloud team. Okay, there are 3 teams majorly going to work on this particular infrastructure. Okay, so these 3 team, right, going to have a different roles and responsibility, by the way. Okay, so let me explain here. I'll open on MS Paint online tool. If you go there, here, first in IAM perspective. Okay, when come to IAM, so yeah, basically IAM, what is IAM? Identity and access management. When come to AWS, right, the authentication, authorization, everything, right, will be taken care by this IAM only. Okay, so everything you will set up for logging into AWS. First level, you need to work for IAM only. Okay, that is the reason I've even considered this. Okay, so for monitoring is the team 1, and second one going to be security team, and third one going to be purely on cloud team. Okay, team 1, 2, 3. So for them, right, I suggested them to go with some read-only permission, because whoever there in the monitoring team, right, they don't want to create or modify or delete anything in the existing AWS account resources. So I suggested them to go with the read-only permission, AWS permission. And coming to security, right, there are certain security services I gave the exception, something like KMS, something like IAM, okay, something like VPC. Those resources permissions, right, I allowed them. Coming to cloud team, right, they are going to be the architect, and they are going to be the what you call SME team going to work. So I provided the admin level of access. So these are the 3 IAM groups we have created initially. Okay, so I created the group alone. Whenever they need a user, right, they will create it for now. I think already we have talked about this AWS SSO role-based authentication, right? Yeah, exactly. This setup only they are going to implement it, but they are going to do it in offline. They have a separate IAM team available. They have a different vendor. They are going to implement this, but I gave them this documentation and the KT also. So with this reference to this documentation, they are planning to implement a AWS SSO role-based authentication for these 3 groups. Okay, if anyone not sure, anyone not attended this project SSO role-based authentication, yeah, I'll share you the link, go through it. Okay, because this has been completed almost 2-3 weeks before itself. Okay, this is the first requirement of the company. Okay, initially we have set up them the permissions. Then the web application itself, we have hosted the EC2 instance with attached EBS. There are 2 kind of application they have, guys. There are 2 kind of application they have. Coming to EC2, right? Yeah, EC2 would be the third one, but before that we have something I'll tell you. So there are 2 kind of application they have. One is dynamic web application. This one I suggested them to go with the EC2 because they would need to log into the server. They wanted to do certain activity in the code level. Okay, those things and all. I suggested them to go with the EC2 instances, EC2 servers, or you can call it as instances. Okay, also they have a some static website. Okay, static web app. Okay, here you go. they have some certain application. There are two type of web application, guys. You must be heard about static web application, dynamic web application. Okay, anyone know the difference between what is static application, what is dynamic application? In the crowd, you guys can unmute and answer. Let's make interactive. Anybody know the difference between static web application and dynamic web application?
Can I say in audio, or just you want me to text in what chat?
Yeah, just unmute and answer me in audio.
Static means it's a primary about the information about the company. That's type of a static web application. Apart from the dynamic application like a Flipkart, there is any services provided. It will change logins or anything else.
Very
it will be the dynamic application.
That's true. Your good name, please. I think you are talking on mute. Before telling his name, he went on.
Hello.
Yeah, your good name?
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Harish.
Harish, okay. My name Hari, you are Harish. That's great. Yeah. So coming to that, whatever he said, right? That's correct. Thank you, Harish, for your sharing your thoughts. Static website means, yeah, as he said, the static content. There will not be much information going to be changed. There will be usually there will be a statically. This will be the content always. So there is no much the updates in their web content. Where it come to dynamic website, right? As he mentioned, Flipkart, Amazon, frequently the content will be get changed. We'll log into it. Those kind of stuff. Okay, I can tell you an example. Wikipedia, newspaper site and all static. The content won't be changing for a whole day, for a whole year. So dynamic website, yeah, already mentioned. Flipkart going to be the dynamic website. So I suggested them to go with these two. Okay. And one last thing, whatever resources you got to provision in AWS, right? The must thing, right? What you can do it, the specific networking and security. Okay. For that, I have specified the VPC. Okay. I suggested them to go with VPC with 3 subnets. Okay. Plus one internet gateway. Plus internet gateway. Okay. And 2 route tables. Plus one NAT gateway. Okay, I'll tell you what is the reason I suggested these network. If you come here, right? Yeah, the web application is deployed in EC2, attached EC2 instance. Static content will be deployed in the S3. Okay, stored in the S3 bucket, as I mentioned. And yeah, VPC should be configured for the public facing and private facing. I told you 3 subnets, right? 2 of them going to be public facing, 1 of them for my database. Okay. And yeah, also we did a VPC peering. Actually, VPC peering, I have not done it in their account. But again, I gave them a KT. So maybe in future, whenever they need it, they'll do it. Okay. This is the task breakdown. This is the task breakdown. So right now, what are we going to implement is, I'm breakdown here. So I'm going to open IAM service. Exactly what I mentioned here. First, I'm going to open the IAM service. I'm going to create 3 groups. I'm going to map the necessary permission. Then I'm going to create the EC2 instances. We'll deploy one application. Then we are going to open with S3. We are going to deploy one static web application. Then VPC, we are going to implement it. Okay. VPC with the 3 subnet, internet gateway, NAT gateway, route table, all those things. The entire networking setup, right? We are going to implement along with ACL. All those things, right? We are going to do. So even in the task breakdown also, same thing has been mentioned. IAM, monitoring team, security team, cloud team, deliverables. What are things we need to deliver? That information here available. But before implementing EC2, S3, all VPC going to be the backbone. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud in AWS. Okay. So here they have suggested the private, the CADR range. Based on this, right, we are going to create some what you call specific network one, and we are going to create it. Okay, this is the action plan. So let's get started from this VPC. We will implement this VPC and NAT gateway, internet gateway, all those things. Then we'll deploy the EC2 related stuff. Then we'll deploy the S3 related stuff. Finally, we'll complete and give them a IAM part. This is going to be the action plan, guys. Okay. So anyone has any doubt in the task breakdown? Are we good to go to implement in our AWS account?
Sir, a question I want to ask you, please. Maybe a very layman question. Why dynamic web app on EC2, not on S3, and why a static website on S3, not on EC2? Just a very basic.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a basic question as you mentioned. Basically, AWS, right? They are providing S3 for storage, simple storage service. Okay.
Yes.
Over there, you cannot deploy your dynamic website, because when you have a dynamic website kind of Flipkart kind of size, right, it need a database connectivity. It would need a kind of a load balancer need to be attached, because huge traffics will come. Okay, so
Yes.
those things and all S3 will not support by default. Kind of a load balancer, kind of what you call,
Okay.
you cannot map, it's hard to map with your proper domain name, and you cannot link with your database in the back end. Okay, those limitations are there. But if you go with the
Okay.
EC2, right, it's a proper server to you. Okay, it's a proper
Yes.
server. So in that case, right, it will be easy for you to map with your RDS and things and stuff. Okay, that is the reason dynamic
Okay.
website, always it's recommended to go with EC2 or something like that, and this one, what is that?
Static and
Static content, not basic content. Okay, those basic contents are
Yes.
going to be will be in mostly in the S3. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Right now I'm inside of AWS account. So here almost I believe all of you having this AWS account. Let me go to VPC, because VPC is going to be the backbone, guys. Okay, if we go to any AWS services, right, VPC will be the backbone. So yeah, I'm in Mumbai region. Let's get start implemented. So for that we need to go to VPC setup. So here you guys cannot understand if you see like this. What I'll open one more paint, or we'll do one thing. We'll make it like this. Okay, what I'll do first, I'm going to create one VPC. This is my networking architecture. Okay, here I need to create a 3 subnets. If you see, this is your range of VPC CADR block. Okay, the client where what I worked, that is okay. So go to do technologies for them, right? This is the CADR we use. I think probably Ashwin might be aware of this. Go to do technologies. They are our partners actually. Yes, he's our student anyway. Yeah. So this is going to be their requirement they provided. See, set up 2 public subnet and 1 private subnet. Okay. So what do we need to do? So here also we mentioned 3 subnets we need to provision. Okay. If you want to provision 3 subnets, subnet 1, like it should be subnet 2. We need to create a one more subnet. I don't know whether we'll have a space. We don't have a space, it seems. What we will do, we'll move this little bit left. Now we'll try to fit this, the gap. I think somehow we found a space. So likewise, we deployed a 3 subnets. Likewise, we deployed a. Okay, so here we go. So all 3 subnets, right here, this is going to be public. Public, and this is going to be our another public. This is going to be our private. Okay, so when you have /24, right? /24 mean you will get 256 IP address. We are going to divide this 256 IP. How are we going to divide it? For this private, right? We are going to have a IP range of 10.10.10. Maybe something called 0/25. So by doing like this, right, we will get 128 IPs here. 128 IPs for this particular private subnet. So we need to make 64 subnets, 64 plus 64 IPs over here. For this subnet, right, we need to make 64 IPs. And for here also, we need to make 64 IPs. Okay, like that. Okay. And followed by, we do have a network range for here as well. Okay. 10.10.10.128. Okay, /26 this time. Okay, so let me reduce the size. Same way here, if you go Okay, in the place of 128 plus 64, how much? It should be 192. It should be okay like that. We need to create a subnets. Okay, this is the action plan. So what I'll do, this is disturbing us, so I'll take this outside. The 64 plus 64, right? I'll take this outside for our easy of understanding. Okay, 128 IP for my DB subnet. 64 plus 64, two subnets we have. Okay, this is what we are going to implement in the AWS console now. Okay, how can we do it? Go to AWS account, go to VPC. Here we can create our own VPC. Here, so this is how in AWS cloud, right? We'll set up the network. Okay, go here. Here we need to provide the name to your VPC. Okay, what is our name? Go to do tech VPC. Okay, CAD are going to be 10.10.10.0/24. That's what they have given, right? 10.10.10.0/25. Okay, 10.10.10.025. Okay, so when you create a VPC, so VPC gets created right now. Okay, now you can see, go to do VPC has been created. Now we need to create a 3 subnets. If you go there, here we have option to create a subnets. Okay, as of now, there are many subnets are there, but all of them belongs to an other VPC, but this VPC doesn't have any subnet. Let's create a 3 subnets here. Okay, go there and select your VPC, give your name. This is going to be your DB subnet. Okay, so select your availability zone, 10.10.25. It should be 10.10.10.0/25. So add new subnet. Okay, we'll create a public subnet 01. Okay, so 10.10.128/26. Okay, so like that, 92. Like that. Okay, we have created a 3 subnets. Okay, this is a subnet 1 for DB. This is a subnet 2 for web. Okay, web public. This is a subnet 3 for okay, create subnet. So let me create 3 subnets has been created. So I know that guys, you should be able to understand this concept only when you know the AWS basics. Only when you know the AWS basics. For that, right, if you guys are new to AWS, right, just for an information from High Tech Institution, right, we are starting the AWS DevOps course in English. Okay, every week we are starting a new batches every week. Okay, daily it will be one hour kind of session. Okay, it's overall around 2.5 months of training it is. Okay, the fees is going to be 15,000. Yeah, you can pay it in an installment also. You can attend couple of free demo session. You can decide it, how the quality of training, all those things, right? You can decide it. So here we are teaching you from the scratch. Okay, anybody wanted to be part of it? Yeah, end of the session, I'll ask your number. You can share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that our admin team will call you to give more information. Okay, I'll also share you the course detail. Okay, this will help you in terms of understanding the basics of AWS. Okay, because some of them, if you directly watch these, attend this kind of project based training, you must not be knowing what is VPC, what is subnet. This training will help you. Okay, so where we created a 3 subnets, so let me go to Chrome. Here you go. We need to create a 2 route tables now. Here we need to create a 2 route tables. This is my first route table. This is going to be my second route table. We'll make it in the same line. Okay, like 2 route tables. Route table 1. This is going to be my route table 2. What are the use of route tables? Because we need to create a one internet gateway and one NAT gateway. Okay, this way I'll create an internet gateway in AWS for providing a public connectivity to my AWS resources. Right, we should be needed with internet gateway. So this will give us a public connectivity. This is going to be my NAT gateway. How to reduce the size? This is going to be a NAT gateway. So I'm going to link these 2 subnet with route table 1. I'm going to have a internet gateway entry. Same way, this private subnet I'm going to connect with the route table 2 and the NAT gateway entry. Okay, this is how I'm going to configure it. Anyone has any doubt in this setup? Before implementing, I'm asking.
Yes, Hari, Satya here.
Yeah.
Why do we need two public subnets instead of one?
They are requested like that. They are going to have a many, EC2 server. In the subnet one, they'll
Okay.
provision 64, 64 mean they would able to provision 60 servers. In the subnet 2, they will provision 60 subnet. As of now, they are going to use only one subnet only for the reservation. Future purpose, they are planning to have it one more.
Okay, so we can create one subnet as well, right? Instead of two subnets.
We can create
as
it, but
per-
we need to go with the client's requirement only. But technically,
yeah.
it's possible to create as you said, technically it's possible. This is how we received the requirement, so we went with their requirement.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, good. Let us implement this in the account. So let me go. By default, one route table should be there by default. If I refresh, it will come hopefully. Okay, this is the one. Let me make this as a route table 1. I'll create one more route table in the name of route table 2. So go to the technology, I'll create. So now important point, I'm going to create a NAT gateway and the internet gateway. First, we'll create the internet gateway, create internet gateway, IGW, I'll give name like that. Then I'll need to attach to VPC. Okay, internet gateway need to be attached to VPC. So this is how attach internet gateway. Then I need to create a NAT gateway. Okay, go there, simple. I'll go to create NAT gateway. So, okay, so I will specify your create a NAT gateway. Okay, NAT gateway has been created. Now we need to go to the route table. We need to add the entry. Route table 1 going to associate with the 2 subnets, web subnet 1 and 2. I am adding it. Route table 2, right? We need to associate with
we are giving to send traffic to that private subnet. For that we are using for a NAT gateway.
Correct. Yeah. If you use NAT gateway, right, what it will do, you will not have a public connectivity to the servers, whatever you are creating over here. But inside the server, you will get the internet connection. There is a difference available for internet gateway and NAT gateway. NAT gateway usually will add it for private subnets. Internet gateway will add it for public subnets. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are coming to the crucial part, adding the routing entry. For route table 1, how we are adding the public connectivity, click on edit route here. You select the private route table 1, go to routes, click on edit routes, add it. 000, internet gateway you need to map. If you click on the internet gateway, it will come automatically. Similar way for route table, we need to add the route table 2, we need to add the NAT gateway. Okay, as per our architecture diagram, we need to add this. 000 NAT gateway. Got it? This is how we have set up the network. The entire network we have configured like that only for that client. Okay, this entire architecture diagram has been implemented. So if anyone feel like I'm going fast, I'll share you the recording, go through it. Steps you can pause and watch again, right? You can do it like that. If you stuck somewhere also, I can help you, no problem. You can ping me offline. I'll share my number. You can ping me offline. I'll help you. No problem. Okay. Now the complete thing has been done. Okay, then we'll go to S3. We'll create a servers. Okay, we'll do it parallelly. This will take 5 minutes. It won't take much of your time. Go to the console. I'll open S3. Okay, here there should be some bucket, static website bucket, something like that. It's already available. Okay, we can take this. Here you can see index.html already has been available. Okay, this is our website source code. Okay, we have created static website bucket, the S3 bucket name. Here to make this bucket publicly available, right? Go to properties in the bucket. If you come down, there is an option called static website hosting. By default, this will be disabled. If you click on edit and you need to enable it. Okay, by default, it will be in disabled state. Okay, you need to enable it. So if you enable this, right, you will get this URL actually. This URL, you will get it. You can copy this and you can put it in the browser or somewhere. You should be able to see the website. Okay, so what you need to do, you just need to create a website. Okay, sorry, bucket. In that bucket, right, just upload. Okay, here you have upload option. Click on upload, add a file. Okay, if you come there, in desktop, I had the index.html file. That is my somewhere I kept. Or here, index.html. This is the file. If you upload this, right, this will be get uploaded. Okay, like Google Drive only. Okay, the file got uploaded. And so as soon as you have done, right, go to properties to enable the static website hosting in S3. Go to properties, come there. Here you have option to enable it. Okay, just enable that. That way you will get the URL. I'll share this URL in the chat box. Okay, could you guys confirm whether you are able to access this? Can someone confirm you are able to access the static website what we deployed? This is the test content only I have given right now because I cannot share
Yes,
the,
sir.
yeah, I cannot
Yes,
share
sir.
the production code. So don't mistake me. Just to have this as a reference. This is the POC code which I deployed. Same thing, I'll also show you how we are going to deploy in the EC2 instance as well. Okay, as I told you, right? I'll deploy and I'll show you. I mean, if you come there, this EC2 instance, how we can deploy the same code, I'll tell you. If you come to EC2, open this new service along with the VPC, right? We can open. And this time, right, we need to create a server. We are going to create server in this one. Okay, we are going to create a server over here.
Hari, one question regarding the static content.
Yeah.
So let's say I have an application, web application, right? And I just wanted to access the static website through the web application only. If somebody accesses directly from their browser, it should not be accessible. But if someone comes from a website, then only it is accessible.
Okay.
So how it can be done? Like,
you can add the bucket policy and the static website hosting policy. Over there, if you go, you have an option to control it. Who can access your site? Okay, if you come there, there will be permission. Here you can define a bucket policy. Who will have a permission to your bucket particular site, from which API, right, it has to load. Those things you can specify over here in the bucket policy. Okay. This option for you. All your customization, you can add it over here. By click on edit, you would be able to add it over here. Okay. This site has to be allowed only to the certain things that you can specify over here. Okay. For that, you should be knowing the JSON. So yeah, if you're not sure about the JSON, you can get the condition from ChatGPT itself. Or you can graphically also select from here. Okay. You can set up the conditions. Make sense?
sure, yeah.
All right. Now we'll deploy our site in EC2 instance. Okay, I'm going to launch one EC2 instance now. Click on launch instance. See, look at this. I need to deploy it. Okay. Yeah, I've created a VPC in Mumbai region, so I need to change this to Mumbai. Only then we would able to make it in our site. So if we go there, right, web server Linux, we'll call it like the Linux. So I'll take one, anyone, Ubuntu. See, the instance type and all, they have already specified in the requirement file. If you go there. T2 micro, Linux, Amazon Linux image, 10 GB of size, all those things, right? They have specified in our requirement. Oh. Okay, here we need to go and edit. We need to change our network. Select go to the technologies network and web subnet public one. We need to select. Okay, that is the crucial part. Now I launch the server. So creation of server hardly in AWS will take 5 minutes. Okay, server is ready. We'll try to connect with the server. Let me take that. I can click on connect here. Here itself, you can connect it. I think the instance is not yet ready, it seems. Okay, no. It's my browser is right, not supporting, it seems. It should be loading from Chrome because I'm using Safari, right? So in that case, it may not work. So what keeper I used? I used the demo key, I believe. Demo key I used. It should be available in my downloads. Or to make it simple, right? I'll log into my Chrome browser in my AWS account. I'll show you. Due to security reason, I'll pass my screen to log into that account. Once I log in, I'll unfreeze my console. I'll go to EC2 instance, click on it, and I'll connect. Yeah, it should be connecting now. Okay, how many of you new to Linux? Okay, if you're new to Linux, it will be hard for you guys to understand. If you're new to Linux, just to ping me, new to Linux in chat box. I have a Linux basics video also available with me. I can share it with you. Okay, for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to update my package, apt get update. What happened? Okay, update is a typo. Okay, let's update the Linux because the brand new EC2 server, right? We will update the server packages. Once we update it, right, we'll install Nginx. Okay, Nginx is the one, is the application service to deploy our web application. Okay.
Apache also we can use it, right? For web
You can use
application.
Apache also. Yeah, whatever you are comfortable, you can use it. I'll go to this path cd where www. This is the path. You can see already index page should be there. What I'm doing, I'm just in this particular path, right? We can go and modify it. Maybe I'll upload it. This is the default content. I'll just modify it slightly. Welcome to Nginx, right? I'll mention like, hi, welcome to weekly live AWS DevOps project free session from Hari. I'll just modify it like that. Okay. So here you guys can mention whatever you want. So I'll just make it like some different. This is a default content. I'm just updating the source code. And for your information, I'm not a big developer and all. I don't know the web application development things and stuff. Basically, I know how to edit and things because I'm an AWS architect, right? I don't know all these things. This will happen every week and Saturday at 7 p.m. Join live. Okay, so something like that I'm adding. Let me save the file. Okay, once you have done, right, what we can do, we will go there, we'll take the public IP of this, we'll put it in the browser, we'll try to access the site. Sorry, one more thing, we need to open in the security group. Okay, by default it will not work due to security reason, right? We need to open some port 80 in this security group. Okay, so that we'll do it. Let me add it. Now it should work. Yeah, you are able to see. Okay, welcome to weekly live AWS DevOps project free session from Hari. Okay, this will happen every day. So I'll share the link. Could you guys confirm whether you are able to access the site from your side? I'll share the link in chat. Can you guys access and confirm me?
Yes, sir.
All are able to access? Cool. I'm getting a response from people. Cool, cool. All right, guys. So this is how we have implemented the VPC, entire VPC and subnets, private subnet, public subnet, route table 1 and 2, internet gateway and ad gateway, everything. Then we have deployed S3 with the static web application and EC2 with the dynamic web application. Okay. So I know that some people, not able to understand. I know that. Okay. No need to feel depressed or no need to feel, guilt. See, AWS and DevOps, right, has a great market opening right now. People from any your current project to AWS DevOps, you can easily switch. Only thing you need to properly learn AWS services around. See, IAM, EC2, S3, VPC. Today itself, we have seen almost 4 services, right? So likewise, you have a 15 plus services. Totally, if you know the 15 to 20 AWS services, that would be enough. Parallelly, DevOps tools are there. If you know 6 to 7 DevOps tools, right, that will be enough. So plus this 20 services, 6 DevOps tools, that will be more than enough to change your career to AWS and DevOps. I'm recommending all of you to go ahead and learn the AWS and DevOps wherever it's possible, wherever you feel like comfortable and reliable. Okay. Go ahead and learn it, update your knowledge. With that, right, if you go through all these projects, right, with that, if you go through all these projects, yeah, our target is 25 projects. That's why the folder name itself made it like high-tech 25 projects. With that, if you learn all these 25 projects, that will be really, really worth for you guys. Okay. If you found nowhere you have any doubt or whatever, feel free to come and join our batch. Every week, right, we are starting new AWS and DevOps batch. It's around a 2 month. Guaranteed, like we'll be providing you a very quality training with a real-time project scenario. All these project kind of things, right, will be discussed in our session. Okay, the fees will be 15,000. Yeah, you attend some couple more demo sessions for free, then you can pay your fee. All right, yeah, here you have AWS and DevOps syllabus, everything available. Okay, if anyone interested, share your name and number in the chat box. Okay, that's how. So yeah, so far in this project, right, we have completed the VPC setup, S3 EC2 setup. Only IAM is pending. IAM, I am leaving you guys for the task. Okay, the people, you guys try it by your own. If you stuck somewhere, you can ask me. The task is you need to create a 3 group in IAM. Monitoring is the first group, security is the second group, and the cloud team is the third group. You need to provide a read-only permission for security, KMS, IAM, VPC permission. Cloud team, you need to provide admin permission. This is the action plan. All right. So you guys, this portion only you guys try as a task. Okay, that's it, which I have planned for today. So anyone has any doubt, you can ask me. Unmute and ask me, I'll clarify.
Sir, based on what client requirement we have chosen this particular area,
Sorry, your voice is little breaking. Can you come again?
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Sir, based on what client requirement we have chosen this particular CIDR range.
Okay. Yeah. Usually the team will be giving the requirement team client will be giving CIDR based on their on-premises. If they follow the standard 10 series in their on-premises, with that same reference, they will suggest us to create the network in cloud as well. Okay, if you are creating in the same CIDR, it will be easy for them to create a VPN so that on-premises to cloud connectivity will be easily, can be implemented. The private connectivity will be established. Okay, here you go. In this hybrid cloud networking, in this project, I explained how AWS is going to connect with our on-premises. Okay, through enabling the VPN, right? If you go with their defined range of, private 10.10.IP, obviously in the on-prem also, they would have using the same series. It will be easy for them to make a private connections. That's why. And Sumant is asking, what are the prerequisites for DevOps course in chat? Sumant, there is no prerequisites basically. Okay, we are starting from the basics only. All right. So whatever needed, we will take you from the basics. We'll start from what is AWS. Okay. So I'll take care of it. You no need to worry. Just share your name and number in the chat box. So we will be adding you in the group. You can start attend it. Next possible batch when it start, I'll add you there. And the market has very huge opening for AWS and DevOps candidates actually.
Hari, you have used here one subnet, right? So what is the use of this another subnet then?
Actually,
Like,
the requirement what I received, a public subnet 1 and 2, they have 2 public subnet, they have 1 private subnet they have. They are in the private subnet, they are planning to deploy a database servers, DB servers. And the public subnet 1, currently they are planning to use. So again, the 64 IPs we have, right, in the public subnet 2, they are having it for the reserved for the future purpose. They are not going to use it this second subnet. Maybe if they are going to deploy any cluster or they are going to have any high availability kind of things, they will use it maybe. For now, this is being idle only. Creating subnet is no cost from AWS perspective. Even if you're creating and keeping it for idle for here also, you are not going to charge for that. So that is their plan actually.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Harish, Sandeep here.
Yeah, Sandeep.
When are you going to start a AWS internship program?
Yes, Sandeep. Yes, Sandeep. Yeah, already. Yes, guys. Sandeep and Ashwin. Yeah, Ashwin is already part of our internship program. Similarly, right? The project whatever we are showing, like today how I explained. Similarly, we are going to have a dedicated session, guys. Okay. Sandeep and the 3 other people are enrolled. We are looking for 10 more candidates to form a internship batch. These internships are not for the beginner. The whatever the one I explained, right? This was the beginner. Like Sumant kind of guy can start from the basic. Okay. But the internship one he is talking already, if some of you already know AWS, already some of you know somewhere DevOps, you learned somewhere, you want only the project alone, direct project kind of training, right? It will be 1 month of course it is. If anybody interested, you can join with Sandeep is really interested. So if anyone wanted that level of next level of internship training, okay, direct AWS DevOps internship, you can be part of it. Anyone looking for that kind of role, I think Ravi and Anurag and all already know AWS, I think. So you guys predominantly looking for project only. Hey, I don't want basic stuff. I'm only looking for the project kind of things. You can be part of our internship program. In internship, right, I'll give you the project, I'll give you the use case. You'll have to deploy in your account. Okay. So if you stuck somewhere, I'll help you. Okay. Nearly we are going to cover 10 plus projects over there. So yes. If anyone okay, you can share your name and number. Yeah, I'll change the chat setting right now. I'll change it to host and co-host. Yeah, from now onward, whatever your contacts you are sharing, right, only I can see, others cannot see. Whatever message you are sharing in the Zoom chat, only I can see. I can no, as an organizer I can see, others cannot see your personal detail. Okay, feel free to share your name and number, which course you wanted to be part of. You wanted AWS DevOps crash course or internship course, whatever, you can share it in the detail. I'll give you a call back. Okay, Sumant, I don't want your email ID and all. If you share your number, that will be good. Okay. I can't.
This week will you come to Pondicherry branch or else you are in Chennai, sir?
This week I'll not come to Pondicherry. Maybe next week I'll come to Pondicherry, Ashwin. But if you want me to connect, I can connect with you in Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, just ping me in WhatsApp. I'll connect with you in Zoom.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Sumant. I got your number. Yeah, I'll give you a WhatsApp call. You specified like who wanted to make a WhatsApp call. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, anyone wanted to join the internship program along with Sandeep, you can share your that number also. Sandeep, you already know AWS DevOps, Sandeep. You can unmute and talk. Why are you simply chatting? Okay, so we are not in WhatsApp, right? Unmute and discuss. Let's everybody is there. You will get more information.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know about AWS.
No, sorry. I think I'm calling Sumant instead of calling. I called Sandeep name.
Yes, yeah, I'm Sumant. So I want to know what is internship program?
You know AWS and DevOps already?
No, little bit only. I did courses earlier from other trainers, but your training, I like your practical.
In that case, you forgot about the internship. Internship program, we are targeting for people who already know AWS and DevOps. They are looking to change their
Okay.
career completely.
Okay,
That's kind of a master course, advanced course kind of.
Okay, advanced course. Okay.
Yeah. It's not a course, by the way. It's purely whatever the use cases like this project I'm getting, right? I'm asking them to work actually. Whatever the project I'm doing like this, I'll ask them to work. If they stuck somewhere, I'll help them. By the way, they will acquire the real project knowledge instead of learning real project.
In AWS, if we practice, we get some bill, no, in credit card. So
no. I'll help you to set up a free tier account. 1 year you can make use of that account for free of cost. Even right now, iPhone practical, right? That's my free tier account only. I'm using it for almost last 6 months. I have 6 more months valid. Once 1 year is over, I'll create one more new account with a new phone number, new email ID. My brother number or my father number. Like I'll take one number. I'll create an email ID. create one more. Likewise, I last 12 years I using like that only.
Nice.
Hari, can you share me this details to create in that our AWS account?
Just to put in Google, like create AWS free tier account, you will get the steps.
No, not account. You
Ah.
have now created the task, right? So you have implemented now only this one, right?
Okay, we have created some resources. You are talking about that?
Yeah. The requirement, what they have given. No?
Okay, that I'll share. Okay, you are part of my WhatsApp group, but in the WhatsApp group, I'll share on video. Probably tomorrow. If you go to the description of the video, you will get it. Okay, so like if you can see my screen, you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to my channel, you will get the video like this. See, this is the project 6. If you click on this project 6, just to go to description, you will get all the notes here. Okay. Like that. You can copy from here.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
For today's also we'll get like this.
Every project session, he will get it like that. Not only today, every project session, he will get it like that.
Okay. Thanks.
So not gateway is simply chargeable. I'll delete it. So any other general question related to your career or things and stuff? So what I am suggesting you is spend some time to upgrade your knowledge. That's really important. Okay, because the more you have a good knowledge, you can get that much number of hike and good salary, good package. Okay, nowadays in India itself for AWS DevOps, huge demand. Hard to find the right people. If you spend the 2 months of your time, right, it will be really worth. Okay, come out from, because simply we are wasting time in social media nowadays, Facebook, Instagram, all those stuff. Spend some time in your valid thing. That will be really, good. Okay, but anyway, so anyone want to take the screenshot of it, take it, or anyway, it will be there in the video. So yeah, if you all good, we can call it as a day. So who's that? Sandeep. Yeah, Sandeep. Yeah, bad day for you. I think there are 3 guys are interested in AWS crash course, AWS Java course. Nobody shown interest on internship. I think you need to wait.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, thank you everyone. Then we'll connect by next week. All right.